Okay, so this is my third time attempting to make this video. Every time I start, the phone rings, somebody walks in, something happens to stop this video. So hopefully we can get to the end of this video. So for the third time, if you have seen my other video, you will know that I was attempting to go out and have some good times on Saturday night. Started my car and heard a loud sound that was nerve-wrenching to say the least, because I did not feel like working on my car at that particular time. I wanted to go out. To sum it up, power steering pump broke. Not the pump, the housing. It's supposed to be a little bracket right here. It broke. It caused the power steering pump to do this. Turn up a little bit, and that in turn put stress on this bolt, which goes here on the side of the upper oil pan. That decided to crack the screw hole for the upper oil pan that holds the power steering pump in place. Can't see the crack because I put some JB Weld on top of it, hoping and praying to God that it holds for the life of this engine, because I personally will replace this engine before I replace that particular part of the vehicle, the upper oil pan. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to run you through how to do a replacement of a power steering pump on an E38. Alright, so to begin, the first thing you want to do is get your light in place to the point where it's not in your way, as I'm struggling to do right now. Second thing you want to do is you want to drain the fluid from the pump. That happens here. That is an 8mm Allen. Ooh, the light is in a bad spot. You can kind of see that. It's an 8. Either way, yeah, there it is. 8. Boom. Stick that in there. Put it on a ratchet, socket wrench, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I was in the Army, we called it a socket wrench. Stick it in there, pull that plug, drain the fluid. Alright? After you drain the fluid, don't think that you've gotten it all out, because you have not. Once you pull these two fluid lines, that's where the rest of it is going to come out. Make sure you have your pan in place, or else you'll do like me, you have a mess on your floor. Okay? In order to do that, you need a 24mm socket or wrench for this particular hole. This nut. The other one, no, that's backwards. I apologize. 24mm goes on the back. That is this line that goes back here. Okay? 19mm is for this one up here. Mine was seized on, so what I did last night, I hit it with some PB Blaster and let it sit overnight, so that way it'll break it down. That shit is fucking amazing. I mean, when I say it came off so easily, it was effortless. Came off like butter being cut like with a hot knife. All right, so you have it drained, you have your fluid lines taken off. Now you need to take the pump out if you're fortunate enough to just be replacing the pump and not having to put something in place where it broke. 13mm bolts for all three. You have one right here. You have another. Let me get the light because you can't see it. Stand by. There we go. Can you see it right there? All right, right there on the tip of the flashlight thing, right there. That also is a 13mm. Then you have one more that's gonna rather difficult area to get to. Let me hang my light again. Stand by. Okay. Back here, right up top. Okay, you can't get a ratchet in there. Ratchet is gonna be too big unless you have some type of slim shit that I don't know about. Tell me about it so I can get one. Anyway, you get this right here, 13mm, 13mm wrench. Break it down, pull it out, just pull it forward towards the front of the car. It comes out as one unit with no problem. And you basically reverse those steps to put the new one in. If you have a plastic pulley on yours, I would suggest switching it out to a metal one, because I've heard on certain vehicles the plastic can break on you and it'll shred all this shit up just like an exploding fan. If you know what that is, you've been around E38s long enough, you know exactly what an exploding fan is. This one, I was fortunate enough to come up on this one. It has a metal pulley on it already. Got this from a buddy of mine, Nico. Appreciate it, brother. 20 bucks and some corners. I wasn't doing anything with the corners anyway. Hey, run it. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions for me, feel free to hit me up. Leave a message. Go on Facebook, find E38 Enthusiasts. I'm in there all the time. And we can chop it up and I can give you any information. Outside of me, I mean, there's a ton of knowledge in that room. If you want to go ahead and join up, we can teach you something. You can teach us something. We learn from each other. Anyway, got any questions, hit me up. Y'all be cool.